Hi, and welcome to this Partner Showcase. My name is Guy Bartram. I'm Director of Product Marketing at Broadcom, and today I'm joined by Chris from ANS. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you.
First of all, let's introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about ANS.
Hello, I'm Chris. I'm the Director of Platform at ANS. I'm responsible for the teams that look after all of our private cloud infrastructure and the new private cloud innovation that's delivered by ANS. ANS is a 20-year-old established CSP in the UK. We look after a large number of SMB and enterprise customers, both in the private cloud and Azure public cloud space.
Okay, yeah, all right. And so ANS is in the UK. How many data centers do you have and where are they located?
We've got 4 data centers, all based in Manchester, and 3 locations around the UK and in Amsterdam.
Okay, those are the top secret ones, are they?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about the services you deliver then for customers.
ANS is a full spectrum CSP, so it's not just about delivering a project and then moving on. We want to be there as a lifecycle partner for our customers. We're there from infrastructure development through to cloud transition, migration, and then cloud optimization and platform growth. And that can be from on-premise private cloud, in our data center private cloud, all the way up to hyperscaler.
Okay. And you are a sovereign cloud partner for VMware?
Very much so, yes. So we're a large government hosting provider. We host for local and central government, police forces, NHS, and defence industry.
So some fairly specialised services, specialised personnel.
Very much so, yes. The sovereign cloud offering is very important to us. It's one of the areas where we have a deep specialisation. We've got a dedicated secure cloud stack specifically for our sovereign cloud customers with cleared personnel, cleared data centre facilities, and we're one of only 2 providers in the UK that have access to all classified networks within the country.
Okay, so you provide VMware on-prem, and Azure is the hyperscale kind of SaaS solutions you provide.
Yes,
do you provide any Azure on-prem as well, or is it?
We've got some customers that run Azure local. I think the thing for me at the moment is cloud is very much a case of it's not one technology anymore. We've got a lot of our larger customers that embrace multi-cloud, and that can be a large VMware presence alongside SaaS services, private AI, public AI, and Azure or AWS hyperscale.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about the AI stuff. How's that going, and what's the kind of customer use cases you're seeing for it?
So AI is a big growth area for us at the moment. I think we've seen the benefits that especially the generative and large language models have brought to our customer base. We're still, I think, at early stages of private AI, but we're seeing a lot of customers that have seen the benefit of the large language models like Llama or ChatGPT, but have got concerns around the security element and are either wanting to bring it into a private space because they want to put their own private confidential information in, they've got specific use cases that can't connect out to the wider internet, or they're looking to do something a bit more bespoke and tailored once they take the LLMs out of the public space and can do some additional training or build a RAG-based model around them.
Right, and do you provide some of the services to help them with that, like some of the data scientist services, or?
We tend to partner, at the moment we only do the infrastructure services, so we'll provide the base infrastructure along with guidance around how that can be structured, and we'd work with the partner. We are looking to expand data services over time.
Yeah, I think that's an area of innovation where
absolutely
lots of focus is at the moment.
It's a significant growth area for us. We're one of the launch partners for Copilot in the UK. And the public side has been very successful. I think the last year has really seen the consolidation of private AI. We are one of the leaders in the private AI space, getting that stack in so that our customers can start to embrace that. And I think we'll see that technology mature over the next year into something that can really deliver for our customers.
Okay. So tell me about the VMware stack then. You mentioned private cloud. What components, what does that look like? Do customers have to come with the VMware skills, or can ANS kind of provide that as well? What's the designation of management versus DIY?
The benefit of ANS is we can be very flexible on that. We do have customers that just want the base infrastructure and they will manage it. We'll call that a co-managed solution.
Right.
But what we specialize in really is the deep VMware knowledge that our organization has. We have a number of different VMware products from eCloud VPC, which is our IaaS platform where you can just consume like you would with a public cloud, all the way up to our dedicated eCloud solutions that can do dual site metro storage, and we will manage the full stack from the hardware, the VMware, the OS, and then co-manage the application stack with the customer.
So looking at the solutions you've got, what is a typical customer fit for that type of solution?
The benefit with ANS is that we have a wide spectrum of customers, and we have different teams that specialize at different areas, all the way from single site SMB up to large scale multi-region international enterprise customers.
Right.
And we can help our customers along that journey. So we often have customers that will start small with us and then grow as their business grows. Vertical-wise, we specialize in a number of different areas. Within the sovereign cloud, NHS, police, defense are really important to us.
Yeah.
In the commercial space, retail, e-commerce, we've got a large number of multinational corporations that trust us, along with charity sectors, industry and manufacturing.
Interesting. So when you're looking at sovereign clouds, one of the problems I hear a lot of customers asking about, if you're a multinational customer, how do I manage sovereign in different territories? Is that something you come across quite a lot of your multinationals?
Most of our customers, when they're coming to us for sovereign, are coming UK specific.
Right.
And I think there's been questions around how we manage that cross-border communication, especially since Brexit.
Yeah.
And the regulations are still very much forming there. We can support in terms of access to sovereign systems. We're a sovereign provider because we are UK based and UK centred. But when it's dealing with multinational partners, that's where we have to have partnerships with other organisations.
Okay. So if you look at the key differentiators that ANS, if you want to kind of sum it up, everything we've basically spoken about, because we've talked a lot about the key differentiators, but if you had to sum it up for a customer, what is the key difference between ANS and perhaps an Azure, for example?
I think for us, it's with that deep lifecycle partner. We're not just there for a project and then we move on. We can provide professional services. We're there with your business as your trusted partner to grow across the full spectrum of cloud technologies. It's not just public cloud, it's not just VMware, it's the full multi-cloud, hybrid cloud approach that we can bring to bear with the 24/7 monitoring, the SOC and security services, the sovereign services as well. Right. We can be that full spectrum partner for you.
Okay, and anything on sustainability in the portfolio?
Sustainability is very important for us. We're actually a carbon negative supplier.
Oh, wow.
So we've been carbon neutral, I think, for the last 15 years. But we offset to the level that we offset all of our staff travel as well. Whilst we own the data centers, we buy our power through green sources.
Yeah.
So we make a lot of effort to make sure that we are as little carbon impactful as possible.
Okay, so customers that this is a really great story. So customers that are large, multinational, perhaps customers, have lots and lots of different systems, maybe some aging infrastructure. This would allow them to, from a sustainability perspective, jump their goals for carbon and achieve a level 3 greenhouse gas protocol faster. Which may actually also give them more budget to do this.
Yep.
And then they can have the full migration capability from you guys.
That's correct, yep.
Bring onto the platform. They get them choice then whether they carry on tooling and using it or they pass over that management to you and focus on their business.
Yeah, and I think that's the benefit that we bring is that flexibility of being able to pick and choose the right parts of the offering as your business grows and moves. The migration service is very popular because we can make sure we have as close to zero downtime for customer migrations as we need to. The onboarding service, the ability to pick and choose what's managed as you progress through the lifecycle with us is definitely something that can provide great value to the business. Yeah. And the carbon neutral side is definitely something that you see a lot more in tenders these days to make sure that's there. Absolutely. And it's something we're very driven to. We make sure that our technology choices, our engineering choices are always there to make the least impact to the environment.
And when you're looking at customers moving to your cloud, are you getting any call for repatriation of workloads from hyperscalers into?
Yeah, I think we see a lot of balance. The hyperscalers are still a very popular option. There's a lot of technological innovation in those platforms. I think the world has now moved to a multi-cloud world. Yeah. And it's not just a charge full on into the hyperscalers, it's the right technology for the right workload in the right location. And if anything, what we're seeing now is that mix of edge computing. If you've got factories or manufacturing, you've got the hyperscale cloud for that really high performance front end. You've got the private for that resilience, guaranteed performance, sovereignty. Yeah. And it's that mix of products that's really interesting to our customers at the moment.
And how do you help customers understand their data? Because when you're looking at what needs to be in a highly classified environment, more secure, air-gapped, etc., versus what can be in public cloud, it all depends on data classification. I find customers are really challenged to understand what that classification is and assess their current data estate for it.
It's something we always have to do in partnership with the customer. Ultimately, they're the owners of their data. They understand it the most. One of the things that we do as part of our onboarding process is something we call the navigator, where our solutions architects will work with your technology team to really get a deep understanding of how the process works, where you want your segregated environments, how that will then build into the final solution. And as part of that, that's where we can assist customers with data security assessments, the adoption of the classification technologies like Purview and Azure, and then how we'd build that out into the final solution.
Okay, cool. And another thing I often hear from customers and actually some analysts is they say that our cloud service providers don't have the breadth of portfolio that a hyperscale has. And how would you respond to that? And what's ANS got in its innovation kind of back pocket?
I think that was probably fair 5 or 10 years ago, because the hyperscalers were excelling in those areas. I think the technology stack has really developed over the last few years, and especially with VCF, there's a lot more scope now within there for product innovation. We're a business that has really strongly invested in our own capabilities. We've got a large R&D team that can very rapidly add new technologies into the platform. With the new data services we're bringing to bear shortly, private AI as that comes out, there's really now a very distinct difference in capability that private CSPs had that perhaps they didn't used to have in the past.
Right, okay, good to know. Thank you, Chris. Where can folks go to find more about ANS?
Customers can visit our website on ans.co.uk, navigate to the relevant section, whether you're after sovereign cloud, private cloud, or multi-cloud capabilities.
Chris, thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.